This month in the explorations at Urban Sadhu, we're going to explore, is yoga political? In yoga, in the yoga tradition, there's this word called dharma. And dharma is our righteous duty. I am a nurse at a hospital. It's my duty, my obligation to take care of the patients. Patanjali in the Yoga Sutras, he helps us find dharma through yamas and niyamas. That moment when the yogi has gone beyond their wants, their personal desires, their needs. And so then, if you think about it, because he wants me to be a better participant in society, yoga is political. But in India, still used very much as a textual idea of how to live yogically is the Ramayana, and the story of Lord Rama and his dealings as a prince, dealing with his people, and having to deal with the politics of the day. How does a young man who is put in a very precarious situation deal with the politics with his people and do it with grace and through dharma? So a second book that is a very powerful yogic text about the politics of yoga. And then finally, we move to the Bhagavad Gita. And the Bhagavad Gita actually takes place in front of the backdrop of a civil war. And the dialogue in the Bhagavad Gita between Sri Krishna and Arjuna is Krishna explaining to Arjuna the first couple of chapters of, let me remind you what your cousins have done. He says, calm your mind and give all your efforts to me, and then act, fight. Fight for dharma. And it's at that moment that we realize that yoga is political, that yoga has been about becoming a better citizen in society so you can make society better. If that doesn't happen, then what's the point of yoga? The politics of yoga involves two things. One is the surrendering of those fruits of the actions. Don't expect anything of it. Give it to a higher power. Give it to something other than yourself. It may take generations for my actions to actually make a better world. I may not experience it. That's why I'm giving those actions away. But I want others to experience something better than what I'm experiencing. And so that becomes political, and it becomes it's not a short-sighted vision. It's a very long vision of the politics of yoga.